Karthik Rajendran is a senior postdoc research scientist in UCC, this Environmental Research Institute. And here he's here to talk, give an untitled talk. Very good. So he's going to tell you all about himself, okay?
Hello. How many of you are doing PhD or in a way connected with research or something the way? Like more than 80–90%, right?
Yeah.
PhDs are the funniest creatures on the planet. You know, they work on something very small in a tiny little confined environment, and they say they try to improve an efficiency of a process from X percentage. They say A plus B gives X plus Y and all these things. And does the world really give a cat shit about what they are doing? No. You know, like PhD students are like, in a way, the funny creatures, you know. They work like donkeys, to be honest, right? You agree with me? Yeah. Like this, you know, the donkey creatures, they work all day, try to prove something very small, a small theory they develop, and they try to explain that theory to the same set of audience. But then, back in the country I come from India, right? And back there, donkey is used to carry luggages. Like it's like, you know, you have to carry luggage. So like, PhD students are something like donkeys. Probably we should change the name for PhD students. They are a special creature, right? I was a PhD student once upon a time, so I'm including myself in this thing. So this, we should probably call the PhD creatures as Donkey sapiens instead of Homo sapiens, right? Like, I'm going to tell you two contests today. One, the first message, what the big story is, and then I'm going to give you an example what I actually work on in terms of application. So, you all work on something, but then we don't care about what happens after your PhD. You find something, but then what percentage actually ends up in industry? According to Forbes, less than 3% of the patent creates any revenue. That's single dollar. Only 3% of the patent. Then think about the publications which we are doing. Most of the research that we do doesn't create any impact on the society. We have been funded well, we have been doing cutting edge research. We always try to find what is the state of the art, the gap in the research. Nobody looked at the black hole, right? That's why you are looking at the black hole. That's the gap you are looking at the literature. That's really good. But then, what it is going to help us in terms of mankind, how we are going to improve that, how we can translate our research more into the industry. How can we do that, right? This is the work which I have been doing, to translate the research from the lab to the industry. Or it will tell you, the sheet which I am working is actually tell you the sheet which you are working, whether it will make it to the industry or not. If it cannot make it to the industry, how can it make it to the industry? Why not? Where not? How not? It is not profitable for the industry. Right? You might wonder why I am saying shit all the time. I work with shit that produce gas that can heat up your home, produce electricity, or even transport fuel. Right? So this is the context. Now the second part, like the example. You all know electric vehicles, like how many of you are fan of electric cars? Electric cars, right? Like, are you aware of electric cars? Like the one you get the charge everywhere and then you get the free ride and things like that. It's expensive though, but it's many people like it. The government recently, you know, they gave so much money to the electric cars. For example, if you are buying the electric car, you get 5,000 euro on discount on the car. And then the vehicle registration tax, charging is free, tolls is free, there are so many things you get free. Roughly, it comes to about 4,000 euro. per annum, right? And then in 1 year, you might drive about 20,000 kilometers, okay? And then every time the government is giving incentive because they think these EVs can reduce the emissions, right? So then, if you divide, actually if you drive a diesel car, it emits about 2 ton emission, CO2. And then if you divide this 4,000 euro by this 2 ton, roughly the government is giving about 2,000 euro per ton of CO2 or per ton of emission avoided. But then, is there any other process that can make your taxpayers' money profitable or much more useful sense? You know, the shit, the cow shit or any other shit, if you take it and if you produce gas out of it, or for that matter, the brown bin from our home, that can produce gas that can be used for all these purposes. And Ireland is fortunate to have 90% of its grass covered by the grass. That can reduce the emission of Ireland by 13%. By the way, Ireland is the 3rd worst emitter of greenhouse gas in the EU. So if we can reduce 13% of emission just from grass, sheep and a brown bin, why we are not doing that? Then what I actually try to do is I try to translate my work into the industry, take the results from the lab, for example from Arno or anybody else, and then take it to industry and see whether this process is profitable or not. Remember, I told you the EVs, the electric vehicles that require 2,000 euro per ton. If you do this gas from shit, that requires only 150 euro. 150 euro versus 2,000 euro. This is almost like 7 to 16 times higher incentives we are getting. They are giving for the electric cars. So, why should we provide more money to avoid less emission, and we are not providing any incentive here? At the moment, there is no incentives for these natural gas vehicles in Ireland. There are some policies currently in place for the renewable support heat scheme alone. So we are calculating the incentives based on that. So only for that one we have the incentives right now. So if you translate these things, then it can make much more economic sense. Now, you know the Gas Networks Ireland, that's the biggest operator of gas in Ireland. They are building about 350 biogas plants across Republic of Ireland. So they are trying to convince the policymakers and other people on how we can commercialize these plants. Thank you, Karthik from UCC. I'm happy to take questions, yeah.
You felt like a donkey during your PhD, or?
Of course, I work like 18 hours a day.
Okay. And you ever find your carrot?
Pardon?
You ever found your carrot at the
I did the PhD graduate degree is your
carrot. The carrot. Very good.
What goes into determining how economically viable the project is? Other than, say, how much money it could make, what about other benefits? Do you take into account, for example, just producing more knowledge, producing a better research base to work on?
Yes, like we also for the thing, now we are looking at the near, for example, if you use the brown bin landfilling is banned across the EU. So you will get money for avoiding that ban. So that is much more, it is economically feasible right now. In the near future, if you go like 10-15 years down the line, then you have to look at the sheep and the grass. And then if you go far beyond, then you have to look at CV. That's the 3rd generation of thing. We are doing the laboratory works on how we can produce more gas. And also we try to look at usually in the sheep to gas process, you have something like you produce more methane, that's the natural gas component, and then you also produce carbon dioxide. We are trying to convert this carbon dioxide to methane via if you have the wind energy that produces excess electricity. We try to convert the electricity to hydrogen, and the hydrogen reacts with carbon dioxide to produce more methane. So in a way, we are trying to make it negative emission. we try to reduce the emission from the biological side, so it reduces more emission. So that's also the laboratory side we are working more on that one.
But maybe I think it also taps into this. So for example, there's a project that doesn't have like maybe a money value in return, but for example it can change society in something that it's like, I don't know, creates more peace or anything, or like these kind of things where you can put a price tag on, like how do you have this into your equation, like what do you account for this as well to get these kind of benefits?
Can you rephrase the question? I didn't understand.
Like for example, okay, you said like is your PhD viable, or is it producing something out of it? And obviously there's a side to look into, okay, is it applicable to an industry, like can you make money with it? But then there's, I know for example a friend of mine, she's working on trauma, so obviously I don't know if there's ever any incentive like money-wise in it, but if you can help people to overcome trauma or these kind of things, then this can help the people to overcome a difficult situation, which, yeah.
The thing is, like, if you have even like, that is pure science, like if you some way, if you can impact the society, that's fine. That's why like now I am trying to create a box. It will have a technology component, economic component, market component, social component, and the policy component. In this box, you have your laboratory results going in. When it comes out of the box, there should be some form of impact. If you can create this box, as long as you have this box, you consider this box in your research, you're good.
Yeah.
If you have one of the component ticked off. If you don't have any of the thing, that's what I said, like only less than 3% of the patent creates revenue. If you can translate your research, then it will lead to more job creation, more useful things to the society. As long as you are useful, that's what I am trying to say.
Yeah.
So what's your advice for staying useful?
Look, have some sense of economics into your research. I know once upon a time, like one of my friends did research that says like, if you recover a chemical X by 99.9%, that particular process is industrially feasible. It can bring in money. If that 99.9% reduces to 99.8%, that process is not feasible. So where we are on the little verge of that 0.1%, think about that. And sometimes we use very expensive chemical to recover something. And then it works, we get really fantastic results in the lab. But then when it goes just out of lab, it's not even viable process anymore. It looks really good on publication-wise, paper-wise, but then if you want to have a bigger outreach impact to the society, we need to think a little bit. That's why you bring in this box into your research in the early phase, then it will solve out the problem, I think. It might not solve, but it will give you a better version of thought process.
Are there any other questions? Alright, thank you, Karthik.
Thank you.